Sanibonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and today we are talking about the new show on Zanzi Magic called Samukeleni. This is season 1, episode 1, and you guys. So these couples that are actually on episode 1, you guys, they're actually coming from a show called Forever Tina, and this Forever Tina show was about couples that are dating that really wanted to get married or be together, but they had barriers of where their families are not accepting them. But on the Forever Tina show, they ended up getting married. These 3 couples ended up getting married. And now they're on another show called Samukeleni, meaning that even though they got married on Forever Tina, they are now on the show basically asking or navigating, like getting acceptance from their families of their marriage. It's wild for me of how, like, to what, or like, before I even get into the review, guys, I want to know from you guys, to what point do you beg your family to accept your relationship or to accept your marriage? Because I'm just like, these people are coming from one show, fine, their families did not accept them. Now they're on another show trying to get their families to accept them again, even though they married. Like, it's crazy for me. I must also say, I did not get to watch the Forever Tina show, so I am starting it from scratch. Usamkeleni. So yeah, I'm gonna be giving my raw reviews of the couples. I don't know what happened on Forever Tina. I don't have the background of them, so I'm gonna be giving my first impressions and my raw honest review of each and every couple without having that background drama that they obviously coming from. So the first couple, guys, is Utembegile and Umusa. Listen, this couple, they look beautiful together, guys. I love them, and the way they're so beautiful together. I love even their communication style. Like, I love people who can talk to one another in a way that people are not cussing, they're not raising their voices. Like, they can talk about something serious without the other one raising their voice. I think that takes a lot of emotional intelligence, if I can say so. But I love their communication style. Their relationship seems beautiful. It really looks like they're in a happy place. So for me, I was really struggling of, like, this couple is so beautiful. Like, what's there not to love about them? Like, why would their families, or whichever one of them's family, like, have a problem in accepting their marriage or their relationship, whereas this relationship looks like it brings out the beauty out of them. The guy was appreciating his woman there, saying, you know what, he's grateful for her, that, marrying a woman like her is an achievement for him. Like, I love this couple, you guys. And then I got to find out that the girl, Otandegile, says that her mother is the one that hasn't accepted this marriage. And yeah, I was just like, I don't get it. Up until I got it to a point where Utandegile actually explained that she has toxic parents, that the type of marriage she was exposed to, her mother and her stepfather would drink throughout the whole weekend or throughout the whole day, and then later on in the night they knew which was Shuba, there's gonna be fights. So yeah, like, I think that's the only thing that makes sense to me of why the mother hasn't accepted their marriage. Maybe because she's coming from a toxic environment and that's why she's unable to accept it. But yo, I don't know the mother like that, and I don't know her reasons of not accepting the marriage, but I just feel like the mother's probably selfish, because there's no way you're gonna see your daughter so happy and still, like, not accept the guy. So I am curious to find out, like, what is the mother's reasons of why she hasn't accepted these people's union and they 1 year married. So anyway, the show, you guys, Usamkeleni decided it's been 1 year since the Forever Tina show, so they decided to gift the couples with a getaway anniversary type of trip. So Utandegile, excuse me if I say Utembegile, Utandegile and Umusa, sitting, busy talking about the trip that they're going to go on. And Musa says that maybe when they come back from this honeymoon trip, they are going to come with a junior Sibego. So Sibego is their surname, a junior Sibego, meaning that maybe when the time she comes back, she would have, she would be pregnant. And yeah, I could see her facial expression is just like, excuse me. And in a diary session, she goes on to explain that they just lost a baby, you guys, and it's so soon for him to actually even be talking about, having another child. She says it's just been 3 months. 3 months, guys. It's a very fresh wound. And she says that she needs time and she needs time to heal. And yeah, I feel like the guy, even though maybe it has touched him, I feel like he's not truly getting how much it has touched the woman. Because for him to bring up that conversation like so soon, whereas it's just 3 months, yeah, I found that quite sensitive, but I can forgive him for that in a sense. The way I'm saying forgive, as if I can forgive him for that, because he does look like he's a sensitive guy or sensitive towards her emotions, you guys. So I love this couple, and quite frankly, at this point, I don't have anything bad or negative to say about the couple. Then the second couple is Dineo, you guys, and Melokuhles. And just when I saw this couple, you guys, I'm just like, problem, problem, problem. These two they both look like they are walking red flags. And I'm just like, I just feel like these two people are just, those type of people that just bring out the worst out of one another. That's what I feel of this couple. So when I initially saw Dineo, she was bubbly in a diary station, introducing herself that she's 35 years old and her husband is 25 years old. And I'm just like, ma'am, 25 years old. You understand? At 25 years old, some people are still going through adolescence, guys. Some people are still going through adolescence. And I feel like Melokuhles, when I look at his facial expressions, his demeanor, the way he looks like he has attitude, she says that he looked like he had respect. Maybe I'm seeing a little bit of that, but not really. But the attitude side of it, I'm just like, he looks like a teenage, like he's only 25 years old, you guys. When I saw Dineo for the first time, I'm just like, she's bubbly. She seems like the type of person who gets along with everyone, up until they were at the trip, you guys. And listen, I'm gonna come back to that. So anyway, she is a mother of four. She has 4 children, and she says that the fights between her and her husband have only gotten worse ever since they got married. And it's not just fights between her and him, but it's fights between the guy and his family as well. Now, Dineo stays with her husband, Melokuhles, her 4 children, and her mother, all in one house. And that just by hearing that, guys, I was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed by just hearing that. And he was saying that he can't be free in that house because of the number of people who are staying there. And listen, I get it. Like, how are you supposed to be free? Oh, 4 of your children and your mother. It's like, that's not your space. It's like you invading other people's space. So anyway, she says that on the Forever Tina show, they had said that they're gonna move out. So they do have plans on moving out. So the house she's currently staying in, she's planning on selling a house. And once that house is sold, she can then go and purchase a new house or purchase another place in another area. But his family, basically, especially his mother, this is what Dineo says, has not accepted them, has not accepted their marriage. Maybe listen, Mazala is like, listen, my son is too young, and this Makoko is, trying to, like, I don't know, take her son away from her. But the mother is not accepting of Ukel. And I didn't get it at first, but when I get to the part of when they actually got to the trip, I think I'm gonna actually, like, I think I kind of get why the mother even would not even want Dineo for her son. And Dineo says that the mother-in-law, quite frankly, needs to chill, because apparently the mother-in-law keeps organizing someone for her son. Like, Kahle kahle, she's basically saying, if when my son uhlulekile to get a woman for yourself and you went for Dineo, I myself am going to do matchmaking and I'm going to try and get a woman for you. So Dineo's like, the mother just needs to chill and stop it because her son loves her and she did not listen no one's son, and that's on that. And then the third couple, you guys, is Uboy Dimelo, Utumelo, and Ubrian. Listen, this couple looks chilled. They look like they are a bit more mature than the other couples and older than the other couples, which I think maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a level, it's an advantage in a sense because they've went through life. And I want to believe maybe at the stage of where they're at, they know what they want. But they eloped, you guys. They eloped, and to elope is to basically run away from everyone and just go get married secretly with no family, with no friend. So that's what they did. So for the fact that they said they eloped, then I thought in my mind, kushuguti isimo, the situation was really bad that they felt like they needed to elope. So they eloped because Uboitumela's mother hasn't accepted that guy. Now, I don't know why Waitumena's mother hasn't accepted the guy because Brian seems like quite a chilled guy. But Brian does say he's been married before, and this is not his first, not his second, but his third marriage. I was surprised by that, but listen, I need to commend, and I commend anyone who would go into marriage the third time, even after the chaos that a divorce comes with. That means you really believe in the institution of marriage for you to go in at the third time. Other people, once they divorce, you guys, they will date people for a long time, but they will not get into marriage. So maybe O'Brien is a lover boy or a lover man, and he says he met Uboitumela at a very low time in his life where he lost his businesses, he lost his houses, his cars, and his children as well. So I feel like, yeah, I've got hope in this couple, and I feel like there's a certain maturity that they carry with them. But the sound of things, Uboitumela's mother just sounds like a toxic mother. And when I saw the trailer of just this whole season, I saw Uboitumela basically saying she hasn't spoken to her mother for over a year now. And I'm like, that scared me, you guys. Like, one thing about the show, you guys, it's not like other shows like Izingane's Tembo where people are doing things for show, for entertainment. This is people's marriages. This is people's real lives, you guys. So these are real issues. And it's quite alarming, you guys. Like the drama that when I even saw the trailer for just this whole season, I was quite appalled because I'm just like, this is the real things. So anyway, they go out, the couples leave for their trip, and they get to this beautiful resort. So nice, you guys. And when they get to their rooms, the show or the production team has prepared a card game for them. So a card game is where they're asking one another questions, and I'm guessing that the questions were unique to whatever the couples were going through. So I'm not going to go through all of the questions. I'm just going to go through the questions that I felt like are relevant for me to ask, and questions that, not for me to ask, questions that I think are relevant for me to talk about, and questions that I felt were kind of spicy. Now, the first question was, Dineo was asked by her husband, Melokuhles, knowing what you know now, would you have married me? And while she's speaking to him face to face, she basically says, listen, I don't know. I don't know if I would have married you. But in her diary session, she basically says, knowing the Melokuhles that I know now, I would have never looked this way. I would have never married you. And I'm just like, I don't get it when people don't, especially like, why are you going to say that in a diary session knowing that the person's going to watch it, and yet face to face, you can't say it to the person. So, yeah, and I just quite frankly felt like this couple is full of games, and they playing with one another. And when I'm saying playing with one another, I feel like the trust between these two has gone out the window, because it looks like each and every person is playing for themselves, and they are not on one team, and each and every person, or both of them, are trying to defend or shield themselves. The reason why I'm saying that is because when Dineo was asked, again, the second question, when she was asked, what is your deal breaker? And she said her deal breaker would be if she would have to find out that the guy actually has a child, Emakaya, because she said she's been asking the guy if he has a child, and the guy has basically been denying it. So for the fact that she says she's been asking him, for me, means that she knows either that the guy has cheated or there has been rumors that the guy has a child. And she says to him, please be honest. And he says that he doesn't, like, looking at her straight in the eye, he said that he doesn't have a child. But in his diary session, he says, I suspect that there's somewhere where I left my seed. That's how I'm just like, this couple is playing games with one another, because face to face, they both saying something that is different. And then in their diary sessions, they are really speaking out the truth. Unless by the time the diary sessions were done, these two people were not together. But I'm just like, these two people are two walking red flags. And quite frankly, I feel like the woman is more, she has more to lose, guys, in this whole situation than the guy. She's got 4 children, you guys. And for me, I'm just like, for you to allow yourself to, for you to put yourself in a situation where this guy is literally going to pull out the worst out of you, and you have 4 children to watch you go through all of that. No, ma'am. You need to be selfish. So yeah, this couple, guys. So anyway, then in her diary session, she says something. She says that she doesn't think that the guy loves her, but is with her for the benefits. And she says that should her and her husband like break up, she doesn't see herself being with any other man. That's how traumatized she is when it comes to experience of men. So I guess this guy is showing her flames, you guys. And I'm just like, if you're saying that you feel like this guy doesn't love you, like, why are you still in this? Let me not say that, because I guess the whole thing of him shutting and whatnot. But I'm just like, I feel like this guy, quite frankly, his facial expression, his whole demeanor, like uporegile, by just being by this woman, I feel like they're just tolerating one another. But I feel like they annoy one another so much. Then anyway, guys, right, they still at the resort, right? And then the same day they arrive, they are going for dinner. And when they're going for dinner, obviously this is now when all of the 3 couples are gonna meet one another for the first time. So the first couple comes in, Utandegile and Musa come in, they sit down. And then Uboy Tumelo and Brian come in, sit down. They're so happy to see one another and all of that. And then the last couple that comes in is Dineo and Melokuhles. Now, Melokuhles had the decency of greeting other people. Listen, Dineo came in. She did not greet. She did not hug anyone. She went straight to a seat and sat down. I think she did greet like just by saying hello, but her demeanor, her energy, you guys, was stinking. That attitude. And I'm just like, ma'am, like, why are you bringing such a stinking attitude from? I even thought maybe her and her husband had a fight, and maybe that's why she was acting sour. But I'm like, if you and your husband had a fight, then bangenapi, the other 2 couples, bangenapi, like, why are you being rude towards them? Only to find out that Dineo says the reason why she acted like that is because she had heard that the other 2 couples are busy talking about her and basically saying that she is forcing love and forcing a relationship with Melokuhles. So I guess she was still carrying the grudge, and she was saying them just sitting there was just triggering her. They tried asking her, listen, girl, are you fine? You don't look like you're fine. Like, how's married life? How's your life? She ended up getting pissed, you guys. And she's like, why are you guys asking me, like, how am I? Like, I keep telling you guys that I'm fine. Like, why are you guys not asking one another, which are you fine and whatnot? I'm just like that attitude. You just brought drama like to the table unnecessarily. Like that was so toxic for me. And I even saw Utandegila getting up and walking out because she was the first person who asked her question if she's okay. And the response she got from Dineo was just like such a disrespectful response. When the environment was getting like so hectic, she got up and she was like, I'm not used. When her husband followed her, she said, I'm not used to this type of environment. Like it triggers her. I guess it triggers her to her past, the environment that you grew up in. But in her own household, she's not used to that, you guys. So when she is in such environment, it overwhelms her. And I get it. But I just felt like Utinewa walked in with an attitude. She brought an attitude, and I was just like, Batumuke, like such a stinking attitude. And now it brought perspective to me that I wouldn't even be surprised that the reason why Umelokuhles' mother can't even accept Utine was because of the stinking attitude. Because the way Uke like switched, I'm just like, I didn't even expect that from her. The way she switched, she's the type of person that when she's angry, she just says anything. And I'm just like, no. I thought the guy was the disrespectful one, but at least the guy had the decency of acting cordial to the rest of the other couples. While she's acting weird there, her husband is sitting there feeling awkward and feeling embarrassed that his wife just changed the mood for everyone, whereas like it's literally everyone's first day there. Yo, you guys, that was a mouthful of a recap of Samukeleni, but that is it, you guys. I am curious to watch episode 2. I'm curious and nervous at the same time because I'm just like, yo, people are going through the most out there, you guys. Sometimes it's not even emshatweni. Sometimes emshatweni, things can really be going good and fairly well, but it's the outside forces that can end up contributing even to problems that were non-existent in your marriage. So really, hey, good tough, guys. Anyway, if you got to watch the show, tell me what you think about it. Or if you got to watch Forever Tina, tell me what you if you got to watch Forever Tina, tell me what you think about the couples. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys on the next one.